Hello and welcome to Reader Zone. Let's talk about programs or activities that have books as a metric, like this pre-K readers group right here in my 2023 summer reading program. You can see that books is the metric for this particular reading group. You, as the reading program organizer, can decide whether or not patrons are required to tie specific titles to book entries. Let me show you what I mean. If I click on my book bank icon right here, you'll see there's a checkbox up here at the top. By default, the system requires your patrons to add a book to their book bank or select a book from their book bank before they make an entry into a group or activity that has books as a metric. I can change that by clicking this little box right here. If I have this selected, it will allow my patrons to make reading entries into groups or activities that have books as a metric without tying them to a specific title. Let's see what this looks like within the Reader Zone mobile app. If I have this box checked right here, I'll click that I read one book. I'll click next. I can either select the book that is in my book bank or I can click skip right here. By clicking skip, I say that I just read a book and I'm not tying it to a specific title. I'll click confirm. And now that reading entry is done. The other way to do that is by unchecking this box right here. So if I uncheck this box, it will save that. And let's pull up our Reader Zone app again. And we'll see what it looks like to make a reading entry where you do require patrons to enter books they read. In the case where this is not checked, I'll say that I read a book. I'll click next, and you'll see that skip button is gone right here. I can either select a book that is already in my book bank or I can add a new book. If I click Add Books right here, I can either search for a book or I can scan a barcode. So let's scan a barcode right here. And we will add the underneath. I'll confirm that book bank edition right here. And I can select that book as read. I'll click Confirm, and now that reading entry is done. By leaving this box unchecked, what I will do is require my patrons to tie any entry in a book-based group or activity to a specific title. I'll click OK right here. Going to my progress right here, you'll see that I've read 7 books, some of which are in entries that look like this, where I just made an entry for 2 books. Others are tied to a specific title. So it's up to you whether or not you'd like your patrons and students to tie specific book-based entries to titles by checking or unchecking this box right here. You can change this at any point. If I decide in the middle of the summer that I want to allow reading entries without selecting books, I'll just check that box right there, and now that is changed. Regardless of whether this is checked or unchecked, your patrons always have access to the book bank within the Reader Zone mobile app to keep track of the books they've finished and the books they are reading. We hope this is helpful, but please call or email us anytime with questions. Thank you.